remember some of the basics of CQC.
Barclays has got a show too. More champions fresh off the first week of the season 15 debut on OCW Riot. We've got one half of the OCW Undisputed Tag Team Champions of the World. This is Rust Cohle. I am Jake in the booth with my man Angus making his season 15 debut.
Absolutely, Russ Cohle, you know, he knows all the basics of TQC by now with his run as champion along with Quartz. I gotta remember the basics of commentary. We'll get there. But the fact is, he's gonna fight one member of the Uncrowned. We don't know who it is yet. Russ Cohle doesn't know who it is. It could be Antonio Everett, who came off a surprising loss to El Parker last week. Could be Doc Green. Either way, the Frenchman has gotta make his stand.
CQC and the Uncrowned meeting face to face once again last week inside the center of the ring in Madison Square Garden for Riot 543. Tonight they're actually going to get to throw some hands, Angus.
Yeah, and they wanted to last week. I mean, you know, they're both fairly, disciplined competitors in terms of their attitudes in the ring. They don't like the sneak attacks. They don't play that dirty business CQC used to do. But I could tell they wanted to have a fight right then and right there, but they didn't because they're gentlemen. So all that aggression, all that fire, all that build-up, all that heat going into the pay-per-view, everyone wants those titles. Some of it's going to come out tonight.
And of course, the Uncrowned earning the shot, not only at this match, but in the Tag Team Championships themselves at the 15th anniversary show, just a few short weeks away. This match booked one member of CQC, one member of the Uncrowned. Of course, the teams collectively agreed to keep the other non-competing member backstage. We're not going to get any shenanigans here tonight, just a straight-up brawl.
I think I should also mention exactly how Uncrowned won that match, by nearly murdering, just kneeing the life out of that poor boy T.Y. Sparks, that poor misguided soul. And then P17 beat the heck out of him after the match. And then Court Marshall tried to beat him up again. Hard luck friend, that guy.
T.Y. Sparks has gotten the rough end of every stick he's been dealt recently. Of course, now getting into it with Justin Jest. And there is that big theme from the Uncrowned. Which member will it be? Russ Cohle has got the former World Heavyweight Champion, Doc Green.
Absolutely, the fresher man didn't have a match last week. Probably the better choice in this case.
And Angus, Doc Green coming off a devastating World Heavyweight Championship loss to Harvey Ocean, one none of us expected. Of course, one of the big surprises of Season 14. How do you see him doing matching up against his longtime rival, Rust Cohle?
Well, I mean, we all know they're both incredible competitors. Doc Green has a repertoire, a resume that speaks for itself, as well as Russ Cohle, who clearly doesn't care, walking directly in front of the cameraman. But, you know, to be honest, I don't see that loss holding him back too much. I mean, he's got too much of a spirit to be held down like that, and H2O's been a man full of surprises.
Doc Green has been in the ring with CQC more than any other group or any more single competitors in his career, perhaps, other than Antonio Everett. Of course, the two growing up as best friends as children. And right now, he's got yet another opportunity, another crack at the current undisputed World Tag Team Champion, Rust Cohle. Ted is your official as always. Let's get it going.
It's not about best friends, it's about better frenemies. Two men who have respect for each other, but they want to win.
And Doc Green getting off with a bang. Starting off there with a bang. Pause as we get the
Yeah,
action.
we're getting off.
Hot and heavy.
We get off on wrestling action, Jake.
Oh, wow. Doc Green putting Russ Cohle in timeout early, and now Russ Cohle with a quick timeout. And this is an unusual look for one Russ Cohle, sporting the short trunks. A little bit of a new look for Season 15.
Yeah, it's a very simple, old-school wrestler-type looking thing.
We may see a wrestling match break out here in OCW Turmoil
Never.
238.
That's impossible.
Nice Cesarian uppercut there from Doc Green as he looks to take advantage. Quick Spanish fly. Cow Gang says, moo! The Dreamcast landing front and center on Russ Cohle.
Yeah, Cowgang's been having a tough time since his rather devastating losses to Spider Matsumoto. Hopefully he fights back, because as we know, nobody wants to see Spider win.
I definitely echo that sentiment. Russ Cole, the nice wrestling takedown. He's going to follow up with another beautiful suplex, taking down Doc Green. Of course, Green, a former world champion. Russ Cole, no title with that prestige, but he has been the undisputed tag team champion for the better part of a year. How about another Dreamcast Spanish Fly?
Absolutely. And to speak on that, I mean, there's been plenty of arguments among the fans, among people backstage, among the wrestlers, the staff, that, you know, both the members of CQC could easily have singles success. They could have been Pride champions. They could have been world champions. Maybe. We don't know. But they have that unity. They want to stay together. And we saw when Uncrowned had a momentary kind of go to the singles section. It almost kind of caused this breakup between the two. You saw Everett got really aggressive and kind of mean, and he had to kind of get brought back into sanity by his partner, Doc Green.
And I'll tell you what's mean, I'll tell you what's insane, and it was that counter by Doc Green, and now the brutal blows as Russ Cole looking a little woozy after that knee to the face, and now he's in timeout here on the turnbuckle. Here comes a flurry of blows from the man from the United Kingdom.
Almost as insane as the man called Darren.
I wouldn't go there. Nice springboard leg drop over the
Doc
top
Green,
rope.
strong as a bull and quick as a cat.
Here is the cover, Ted. Just a 1 count, though. It's going to take a little bit more to put down one half of CQC.
Certainly, it's been a pretty even match so far. I mean, I think Doc Green might have a little bit of the advantage, but Russ Cole isn't given an inch with big clotheslines like that.
And that is a big man, 258 pounds of pure French strength. And now into a butterfly driver, putting him down face first in the center of the ring.
Right on that prim and proper British nose, might be broken now.
Oh, look out, mate. This is not an octagon. This is a squared circle, but we're seeing a lot of brutal shots from the man with the MMA background. And CQC riding high as Russ Cole in full control.
It's a classic feud, you know, the French and the British. There might be some kind of age-old hatred working between these two men. We don't know.
Nothing would surprise me at this juncture here at OCW. A brilliant shooting star press maneuver. Cutting off the ring is Doc Green, and he only gets a 1 count. Again, Russ Cole really looking strong, not laying down for any measure here for Doc Green so far.
Yeah, not even that. I mean, talk about athleticism. I mean, it wasn't so long ago that wrestling existed mostly of two fat guys punching each other. This guy just did a shooting star press from a standing position.
Speaking of two fat guys fighting each other, we got the Resolution 14 main event coming up. You never know what legend's going to show up there. Nice kitchen sink there to Doc Green taking down.
You wouldn't say that with Jay on commentary, would you?
Well, Jay's not here, is he? Russ Cole picking Doc Green back up to his feet. And you got to imagine a lot of bragging rights, a lot of pride going into the anniversary show for whichever member of their respective team can pick up the win here. And it might be Russ Cole. No, Doc Green easily shrugging off that pin attempt.
Absolutely. I think Uncrowned are working uphill there because, you know, as much as you hate to say it, CQC have been completely right. Every time they said, you know, we keep beating you, we have your number. And it really seems like they do. So Doc Green has more to prove here than Russ Cole, I think.
Nice cross neck breaker there, and Doc Green going to the middle rent district, not paying too much each month as he goes down for the pin attempt. Ted gonna attempt to count it down, and once again, Russ Cole tossing him off. And you were absolutely on the money. These two teams have officially met for the tag team championships twice in their careers. Both times CQC coming out on top.
Yeah, but right now, you know, it's two men in the ring. It's definitely a different complexion than a tag team match. And these men...
Look out, Cole Skull and Doc Green, the ring awareness, that ring general reaching out and grabbing that bottom rope.
Definitely. That could have been a little bit of a mistake by Russ Cole not to drag him back to the middle of the ring before attempting that. Perhaps getting caught up in the heat of the moment, as we've known him to occasionally do.
He may not fly around and whiff as much as one Harvey Hamilton Ocean, but he certainly has his moments. Nice stomp to the face there, and Russ Cole taking back control with a big scoop slam.
So that there is an old school pin. Just kick him in the face and then go for it. That's all you got to do.
I know you love that.
Absolutely.
Ted watches on as Russ Cole brings Doc Green right back to his feet. And once again, Doc Green with a Spanish fly. Really shouting out one of his mentors here in OCW, one AC Cobra, and now prodding Russ Cole back to his feet, looking for the end. Possibly that judge, jury, and executioner. No, just a DDT. Still devastating.
You're not going for a pin on that. That might have been a mistake, but it looks like he wants to keep the pace up. He wants to keep his momentum advantage right now.
And you can't blame him for that.
Stop.
These pin attempts have been fast and furious, and not one of them has netted a 2 count just yet. Russ Cohle catching him with that back elbow. It seemed like he tripped there, but he was able to make enough of a connection in order to do some damage.
As long as it works.
Yep, no doubt about that. And I'll tell you what works is a big clubbing blow to the back.
Absolutely. It's like duct taping the front bumper to your car. You know, as long as the cop doesn't notice, it's fine.
And now Russ Cohle and Doc Green both back to the feet. Been a very even contest so far. Is that going to be the case at Anniversary just a couple of weeks away? Time will tell there, but we're here in Barclays ready to find out who the better man is on this night.
Yeah, it looks like Russ Cohle's taking advantage right now, using his size and power advantage. Doc Green has been trying a lot of quick stuff, but he hasn't quite managed it.
Oh, man, the Sacre Blue Buster as he takes him down head first. And no, just a 1 count again, even after that big-time pile driver-like maneuver.
You can see it looks like Britain's control over the world stage of politics has recently been weakened because he just had his spine get Brexited from his skull.
Southern Lights suplex. Down goes Doc Green. That has been a staple of Russ Cohle since he debuted in early season 13, Angus.
Definitely a great repertoire of wrestling and brawling moves equally, along with, of course, those submissions like the Cohle Skull. Doc Green known more for high flying and quick strikes.
Not quite the Cohle Skull, but a devastating lariato either way. And yet again, both of these men showing their unbridled resiliency, their heart, their strength by kicking out of these cover attempts very early.
Absolutely. I mean, some might say it's a better strategy to stay in that pin for as long as possible, conserve the energy, but they want to make a point that that's not it. That's not what it takes. It's more.
And right now, Russ Cohle is the one making the point as he gets in full control. And one of these vintage CQC power moves, the gut-wrench suplex from that deadlift position. It takes a lot of power to execute a maneuver like that, Angus.
Absolutely. Just picking him up and throwing him down. That's all you got to do. It's a big impact. It looks like Doc Green's pretty roozy. He might have him be, you know, I can't speak right now. He's going to have trouble getting back in the game unless he does something like that, is what I was going to say.
A big-time drop kick, and it looks like he's setting up for the end. This could be it. No, Russ Cohle with a big-time counter. And you never know when that JJE can put you away. Oh, and right now, Russ Cohle firing right back. A very even contest. Everybody wants to see the end one way or another.
He's going for it. Not quite.
Looks like he tried to hit him with the Carcosa there. And another DDT cutting off his opponent quickly.
You got to pin after those DDTs, man.
Both of these men going for their finishing maneuvers. Which one is going to hit it first? Look out! Doc Green nailing the JJE.
That's got to be it. Russ Cohle's out cold in the middle of the ring. He's going to pull him away from the ropes.
Take
that's
notes,
the world champ
rookies.
experience.
Somebody get the gavel. Somebody get the ref. 1, 2, judge, jury, executioner. Doc Green is your winner.
Quick as a wink, it's all over.
And no shenanigans needed. Barclays was treated to just a fantastic professional wrestling match here tonight at Turmoil 238.
Absolutely. I mean, that was darn close at the end. I honestly thought Russ Cohle was going to have it. All those power moves. Looks like Doc Green didn't have any gas left in the tank, but all it takes is one single moment.
Riot 544 on the horizon. We will see you next week. I cannot wait.